drinking tea over there. Isn't that Yelan? Oh, looks like she's having some,
Well, Officer Edler, after all that work, I think we've got them this time. Might take a few days to wrap up things in the field. In the meantime...
Much appreciated, Miss... 13 strongholds. One thieving weasel after another. We rounded up so many people, you almost start to hope a few were innocent, just to balance it out. I'm just glad we finally took down these crooks. Anyway...
Don't forget to take some tea and dim sum back to your friend.
Oh, looks like Yelan's...
Ah, another pleasant surprise. Excuse me. A pot of your finest Yunlai white tea if you... Now, judging by that expression, I assume you came over to ask about the two spies.
Ah! Spies? What spies? There were spies around here just now?
Oh, more than that, I'm sure. I bet they already sent someone to tail Officer Edler. Anything to foil our...
Oh, so you're tracking down some criminals? They've got some nerve spying on you like that. Pretty bold if you...
Well, those tend to be the kinds of Mora laundering, to the tune of 10 figures and counting.
Laundry? What does that have to do with Mora?
In layman's terms, a certain merchant in Fontaine possesses a large amount of Mora obtained through illicit means. But it's easy, so you cover your tracks, and this merchant's front of choice? Fine art and antique auctioneering. He buys goods from all over Tevat. Then, when the items go to auction, he buys them up at their inflated price. This process allows him to legitimize... That's to be expected, I suppose. In Chenyu Vale, you can get your hands on exquisite antiques without breaking the bank. Tea sets, porcelain, jade, statues, all easily marketed as pieces of fine art. Liyue goods being used in illicit underground... So, instead of getting to enjoy my long-awaited vacation in Fontaine, it's back to work for me.
Okay. Paimon thinks she gets it now. It's like moving Mora from one hand, but if you know what this merchant is up to, you go to the auction, wait for him to appear, then nab him right as he goes to purchase his expensive
Not a bad plan, Paimon. But there are too many loose ends. If you were the mastermind...
Oh, yeah. No, wait! Even if you track down the goods, if this dark financier guy isn't the one
It's not just a matter of who's at the auction. You also have to source the goods, transport them back to Fontaine. Tracking down the goods is already... So the most logical course... You start small. You find some...
Well, wait! So you were just pretending?
Right you are, Traveler. Working with the Millilith, those spies just now were his most important agents. The first is Corday. They're under pressure to salvage the situation. They think keeping tabs on Officer Edler, but little do they know, while their attention's fixed on her. So, interested in coming along for the... I'm curious how you take to this line of work. Could be some potential.
Yeah, we kind of stumbled into this whole thing, but now we're a part of it. Let's do it! For Yelan, for the people of
I admire your selflessness, Traveler. Let me be the one to look out for you. Getting started is always the hardest part, but luckily, the Dark Financier's crew is and I think I know just... All right, let's start our investigation here.
So, we can all agree this is just a normal stretch of wilderness.
Well, it didn't take long for you to understand our role here, Traveler. Thinking like a top agent already. Like I said, we need to start small. And to do that, locating his hidden... Which brings us to why we're here. Pretty good vantage point from up here, don't you think?
Huh. Guess so. Paimon can see the...
It's a lighthouse. Oh? Let's hear it. Not too far off. The Millilith maintain an impeccable level of... This location offers a perfect vantage point to observe their... So we should be able to find trace...
Oh, okay.
It's simple. Just take this forensic image... Well? Remember, an... Some good find. Whatever door this key op...
Huh. So they're really... What if...
These objects suggest the Dark Financier scouts were likely disguised as fishermen. People like that are trained not to crack under pressure. All they'd need to do is come up with a believable excuse, like needing a place to rest. The Millilith can't investigate or apprehend a civilian without probable cause.
Ugh. Paimon can just see their smug...
Not to mention, the traces on these objects are fresh, which means the scout here is still active, and wasn't among those caught by Officer Edler. So we need to stay vigilant. We can't let them know we're still on their tail. I had a hunch this area was being used as a lookout, and I was right. But that still leaves... Any ideas? Spot on again, Traveler. Looks like you don't need anyone to hold your hand when it comes to deductive reasoning. Given a carrier pigeon's speed, the two locations should be close enough to deliver messages, ruling out areas within line of sight of the lighthouse, as well as places with a lot of foot traffic. That certainly sounds plausible. Well, our next destination...
Ready to ride. Burn it down!
And nothing out of the ordinary here, either.
That's right. No detail is too small to investigate. I believe in you.
Exploration and trials. Adventuring is right up my alley.
The evidence could be even more well hidden this time. All right.
Definitely wasn't easy to find.
Well, well. Looks like you tracked it down in no time at all. I see your potential as a solo field agent, Traveler. Now, time to test out the key we found earlier. Let's see what surprises could be in store. This isn't their home turf, so I doubt they had time to set more traps. Should make our lives easier. I'll take it from here. The last thing we want is to leave traces behind in there. Caution is the name of the game. You two keep a lookout. Make sure no one barges in while I'm in there.
You got it! This is a first for us, but the Traveler good point. Yelan doesn't make mistakes like that.
All right, that's done. I've noted the features of all the porcelain items, vases, and teas stored here. We need to keep a lookout for these features at the auction and pinpoint the person attempting to purchase the corresponding goods. Then,
Wow! That was fast!
now, we wait. There are countless auctions and I'll continue to conduct once his two lackeys.
Got it! I'll wait. And
This whole time, Officer Edler has been leading her two stalkers, not to mention our operation. So let's meet back up.